guys, it's Tim, and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited. So Monday night was kind of chaotic when it came to news pertaining to Sasha Banks and Naomi. A lot of different things were being reported. A lot of different things came out. Then yesterday, some more stuff came out. And I thought, now that we're kind of settled in on some of this news, and it's a day and a half or so removed, I'd break down everything we know on the situation pertaining to Sasha Banks and Naomi walking out right at the start or right before Monday Night Raw. So initially, we were supposed to get a six-pack challenge in the main event of Monday Night Raw with Becky Lynch, Asuka, Naomi, Sasha Banks, Nikki ASH, and Doudrop. The winner would then move on to become the number one contender to Bianca Belair in the Raw Women's Championship at Hell in a Cell on June 5th. Now, according to Mike Johnson of PWU Insider, he stated that a number of different segments were supposed to build up to that main event six-pack challenge with Naomi and Banks. It was believed, though, that Sasha was not happy with the direction going into Hell in a Cell, not just with the main event match here tonight, but with other things she was told as far as her and Naomi's direction into the next Premium Live event. Reportedly, as we stated, Naomi was supposed to become the challenger to Bianca Belair. Sasha was also penciled in to possibly be challenging Ronda Rousey at Hell in a Cell for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Now, sometime during Monday, Banks asked for and got a meeting with Vince McMahon over the creative direction of them going forward. Now, we don't know if Naomi was in this meeting or not, but it was stated that Vince McMahon would not budge on the plans, and Sasha would not budge on not wanting to do said creative plans. It was noted how Banks herself realized Vince wasn't going to budge, she wasn't going to budge, and something needed to happen. Shortly before Monday Night Raw would go on the air, WWE producer Molly Holly informed both Banks and Naomi the six-pack challenge is the route we're going, Naomi's going over, it's as scheduled. Not long after that, the two, Banks and Naomi, informed John Laurinaitis that they were leaving, handing him their Women's Tag Team Championships, bags in tow, ready to leave, walked out of the building. Word then got to Vince McMahon, who was already in Gorilla, as this is still kind of rocky on the timeline here, as either Raw was about to start or had just started, because the news on this broke maybe 5-10 minutes within the broadcast going on the air. Multiple things then had to pivot on Monday's show, and it was noted that the segment with Becky Lynch and Adam Pearce setting up the six-pack going to a singles match was actually all credited to Becky Lynch for coming up with the idea of, hey, I'll just go to Adam Pearce, I'll say this, boom, 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 boom. Now, with all this going down right at the start of the show, they didn't have any time to actually pitch multiple segments, and they had to just, I like it, do it, done. Also, some have asked, why wasn't this a four-way? Why not just take Banks and Naomi out and do the four-way? Well, the feeling is that it was easier with the limited time they had to set up a one-on-one match than set up a fatal four-way match. Plus, there's a lot of faith in Asuka versus Becky Lynch if they had to go out there and call anything on the fly, since the two have been working a lot together recently on live events. It was just, again, easier for them to go out there and set up the singles match than, all right, we've got four women, you're going to do this spot, and you got this spot, and this, and this, and this, and oh, wait, no, that might not work, and they didn't have enough time to buckle down and confirm all the different spots they would need for a fatal four-way. It was also noted that one idea for this match was Naomi pinning Banks. But that was not the main reason that Banks and Naomi were frustrated, upset, and eventually left, but more of how they would be used and portrayed going forward into Hell in a Cell. The feeling is that they thought it does them no favors as the Women's Tag Team Champions. It makes them actually look inferior when they are being used to put over both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champions. Again, makes them and their championships look inferior. Plus, the feeling is that since they became a tag team and won the tag team titles at WrestleMania, those two have been working hard to kind of change the image and the perception of the WWE Women's Tag Team division. And again, this would do it no favors. Now, in a report from Fightful, they noted that referencing the incident on air, basically having Corey Graves say that they walked out, they were unprofessional, was directly from Vince, was lines being fed to commentary from Vince McMahon. It was noted how there is no heat on any of the three men on commentary, Corey Graves, Byron Saxton, and Jimmy Smith, for what they said regarding Banks and Naomi, because it was considered they were just, quote, doing their job. So with that is everything that we do know, breaking down all the different things that we have learned so far when it comes to Sasha Banks and Naomi walking out on Monday Night Raw, or right before Monday Night Raw. Now, there are some reports going around that they've got heat backstage now, that Sasha may have manipulated Naomi into leaving with her and this and that. And a lot of those are unconfirmed reports. A lot of those are hearsay things where I think this is what went down. I may have heard this, but then it's like, you may have heard what? We don't know who you actually are. There are people that go, I know Naomi, or I know. So there's a lot of unconfirmed stuff, but what we touched on here in this breakdown of everything that went down does come from both Mike Johnson of PW Insider and Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful, and those are two very trusted sources when it comes to knowledge of this incident and a lot of incidents within WWE and so forth. So this is the stuff that we believe is accurate. Some other stuff may be accurate when it comes to the situation, but again, kind of unconfirmed. So with that, if we do hear anything else regarding the situation, the incident with Sasha Banks and Naomi walking out right ahead of this week's Monday Night Raw, we'll have it for you right here on Pro Wrestling Unlimited, as hopefully all gets smoothed over and resolved, maybe by Friday's SmackDown, or hopefully next week's Monday Night Raw. So with that, if we do hear anything else on the situation, we'll have it for you right here. But that's going to do it for this episode. Remember to comment below, like and share this video, like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and subscribe right here on YouTube.